One of the top prospects that's been linked to the Warriors throughout the draft process has been Davion Mitchell. For those who are unfamiliar, Davion Mitchell is one of the top point guards in this draft. He's coming off an excellent junior season at Baylor, where he led them to their first ever national championship. While Mitchell is coming off a great year, the Warriors front office is torn on him, as it was recently reported that management is split on Davion Mitchell's ceiling as a player. So why are the Warriors split on Mitchell's ceiling, and should the Warriors target him with one of their picks? Let's talk about that in this video, but before we continue, please like the video and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a banger. Now let's get started. Despite Mitchell's excellent junior year at Baylor, there's mixed opinions on him within the Warriors front office. As the article said, some scouts and executives view him as a ready-made contributor with a chance to become a franchise cornerstone. Others figure Mitchell, who turns 23 on September 5, doesn't have enough upside towards a top 10 selection. The Warriors own the number 7 overall pick, but it looks like some members in the Warriors front office don't believe he has a good enough ceiling to take him that high. There's younger prospects that's been linked to the Warriors like Moses Moody and James Bouknight, and those guys are probably perceived to have a higher upside. There's a lot that Davion Mitchell brings to the table. He's an amazing defender that won the Defensive Player of the Year this season. And on offense, he's got a quick first step that allows him to get to the basket at will, and he's a pretty solid playmaker. But there are concerns about his age, shooting, and fit next to Steph Curry that make him a questionable choice with the number 7 pick. For starters, Davion Mitchell is pretty old for a prospect, as he's 22 years old, and he turns 23 before the start of next NBA season. 23-year-old college players usually are perceived to have a lower upside than someone who's only 19. At 23 years old, a player is already just a few years away from their prime, while a 19-year-old prospect has more years to develop. So this could be why some members of the Warriors front office don't see him having a huge ceiling. They think that he's already close to his ceiling as a player. Then we get to his shooting. Mitchell is coming off a year where he shot the 3-ball extremely well. He shot 45% from 3 last year at Baylor on 5 attempts a game, a really good percentage on high volume. This is an outlier though, because when we look at his college career, he's mostly been a poor shooter, shooting 32% from 3 last year and 29% from 3 at Auburn. Of course, players do improve, and he does look like an improved shooter, but he's also a poor shooter at the free throw line. He only shot 64% on free throws this year, and he's a career 65% free throw shooter. Many scouts aren't buying the outside shot from Mitchell, as free throws tend to be a good indicator of how good a shooter you are. Perhaps they'd be able to buy the improvement from outside if he was an 80% free throw shooter, but Mitchell is a piss-poor free throw shooter, leading many to believe that the 45% from 3 that he shot this season is a fluke. Perhaps the biggest concern with drafting Mitchell is, can he play next to Steph Curry? Steph is already a small guard, so his backcourt partner should have good size. Unfortunately, Mitchell measured pretty small at the draft combine. He's only 6 feet tall with a 6'4" wingspan. This means that if they played together, the Warriors would have a pretty undersized backcourt. Years ago, we saw the Warriors break up a small but talented backcourt of Monta Ellis and Steph Curry by trading Monta so that Klay could start. Sexland in Cleveland is an awesome duo, but just like Lillard and McCollum, it's not ideal to start 2 small guards, which is why they're shopping Sexton as we speak. Now, to be fair to Mitchell, he plays much bigger than his size, and he even played great defense on the 6'8" Cade Cunningham, but still, the lack of size on Davion Mitchell isn't great, and having an undersized backcourt in today's NBA is less than ideal. Of course, the Warriors can stagger their minutes and make Mitchell Steph Curry's backup, but do the Warriors front office want to use their 7th pick on a backup point guard that'll only play 15 to 20 minutes a game? If the Warriors prefer to go a different route with the 7th pick, they can hope Mitchell is still available at 14. It's unclear at this point where exactly Mitchell will land. On Takeathon, they have Mitchell going 10th overall to the Pelicans, while CBS Sports' most recent mock draft had him falling to 15th and getting taken by Washington. So it's pretty unknown if he'll be there for the Warriors to take at pick 14. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. I would like to hear what you guys think. Do you want to see the Warriors take Davion Mitchell with the 7th or the 14th pick? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.